Hello, everybody. It's the Abstractionist. I'm here with Sagittarius season reading. I used to do these readings like a year or so ago, and then I stopped, and now I'm doing it again. So, here we go. Using 3 decks: Darkness of Light, the Fountain Tarot, and the Ritual Tarot. So, let's get started. Let's put this one at the top, the overall energy. Okay. And then we're going to do Darkness of Light. So we have 4 coins, Ace of Coins, the Magician, overall energy, 4 coins. Interesting. So 4 coins is being highlighted in Sagittarius season. So for the holiday season, there may be some picking and choosing of what you are going to do, prioritizing. So this may be a holiday season where you get really clear on what you're gifting people, buying people, your intentions with money spending in general. But I think as it pertains to other people and giving and being seen as a giver, I think Sagittarius season, especially in the Western world, is very consumerist at this time. Although I kind of don't like saying that because it's kind of a stereotype and not everyone really is into that. It's just more like, you know, a gift giving kind of season. And then you have to put in consideration not everybody gives throughout the year, right? So not, there's not exorbitant amounts of money being spent all the time. Your relationship to money and having it spent may be changed. And what I mean by that is, yes, your bare necessities, there will be a paring down, but I kind of actually feel like investing more money into things like you'll be spending more money. I'm going to zoom into these cards just a little bit. Move it down just so you can see. You may actually be spending money in this season on more expensive gifts or more expensive things. And the reason why it's more expensive is because it's higher quality. It's not just blowing smoke up your ass. So you may actually find that you're pinching pennies in other areas of your life to focus on one specific area where the money needs to go in a specific way, right? So that being said, you're going to make new opportunities with this. I feel like this money, wrapping yourself in money, as in new clothing, new environment, new whatever, but it's something that's going to be bought, really will open you up to new experiences, just because with this Magician, the perception of you will have shifted to one of opportunity instead of being passed over. So you'll look like you belong in a certain area, even if you don't belong in a certain area, is one thing. Sagittarius season is also an intentional area. So if you want to go into a specific area of life and spruce it up, you do kind of have to step forward into it as though you were there, right? But it's a money thing. I feel like for you guys, it's more paying attention more to your clothing or your hair, your nails, just how you present yourself. It could be, if your business, paying money to actually get a website designed properly, instead of kind of trying to figure it out on yourself like people do with WordPress or Wix or Squarespace or something like that. Like, your route may be that you have to spend money to get it to go together, because there may be a certain user experience, a certain flow that you're not necessarily picking up on, and so that perspective that you pay for will actually help you in the long run make more money, because you'll make it a more concise like website that is way more user friendly to yourself. And you may have someone who designs something that recommends things that will make the user experience a lot better. So there will be some money spent. There will be money spent. It is a time to conserve and to go over your books. So some of you guys have not gone over your books in a really long time. I would recommend that you do that. I would recommend that you pay attention to, specifically with this Ace of Coins, one account, because it could be an account that you're spending money in frivolously that doesn't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't need to go there. So I would say, yeah, like, make sure you pay attention to your accounts. Make sure you pay attention that money isn't going out that shouldn't be going out. There are some old accounts also that may be leaking money, and you need to go in and like rectify that situation. Some of you guys, you may be owed like months back. Like, if you cancel the service and they still charge you for like a month or two, you need to like go and get that inspected, because at the end of the day you're being overcharged and you're losing money, and so it will take care of that. For some of you guys, you're going to look away from the money with this overarching card. Look away from it and ponder money and what it means to you, and how central or decentral, uncentral it is to your life. For a lot of you guys, there may be a disillusionment around money, and not because of a pattern of never making enough. It just seems like it's a pattern of people around you maybe, or like with this Magician card specifically, I focus on the eyes right now, the perception that outside influences have given you. And so those outside perceptions really are hampering with the ability to like manifest and be made anew or do something new. For some people, it may be time to try something new. Again, it may cost money. It may put you at a financial disadvantage in the early stages, because it's not like a 10 or 9 or something like that. We're literally at the Magician and the Ace of Coins. That's it. The furthest we get is 4. So it's at the early stages, making sure you go to, in the earliest stages, that you put the money necessary, the materials necessary to build up something successful, the skill set or whatever. But it seems like it's a stockpile of money that goes towards some sort of payment towards a skill set being employed that helps you in the long run. And this is specifically for people, looks like, who are starting businesses or want to have a business or something like that, like getting your affairs in order. There is perhaps like some sort of like desire to stockpile money for a future date, for an opportunity. So I do see that the opportunity can come to fruition. You will have to start, though. With this Ace of Coins, even though it's the Ace of Coins, you have to start. You have to put the initial in. With the 4 coins, there's a hindrance or a propensity to procrastinate with that, thinking with this Magician that tomorrow will be, 10 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, and then I'll do it, and then I'll do it. What the Magician is showing is like this, and the Ace of Coins is, the Magician is an ideal situation, right? Like this magic where you kind of manifest things, and almost like you need chaos to manifest like something good. However, you need very practical starting points, which is just doing the more practical steps that get you from point A to point B, point A to point B. That's all you need to focus on. So practically putting money away or doing something is the magician step. The magic kind of leads into the delusion that everything is going to be okay when there has been no preparation put into it, right? Like, an example, there's a seller's market happening this Sunday, and I wanted to do tarot, and that was kind of not an option. Then I wanted to do art. Okay, but did I have the art? Did I have the materials to like I needed to get a table. I needed to get a table. I needed to get like presentation. I needed to get like bubble wrap and stuff like I didn't have the practical steps in order to have this come to fruition. So there's no point in putting it that direction. The more practical step is to pay for another month and then go from there. But that is an actual step in the right direction, as opposed to kind of riding this high of I can do it ism, right? When you really should just think about it. So there is a bit of thinking about it that you need to do. Some of you guys like to pray about it. It doesn't matter to me. So the last card. One. Just one. Not 2, 3, 4, 5. One. Okay, 2 cards. They insist. What is this? Looks like a 9 of swords, 9 of knives, and the 7. So yeah, don't delude yourself into what you can and cannot do. Make sure that you have actionable steps. Make sure that you go forward with it and you don't get stuck in looping. Make sure that you understand that the actionable step will yield some results. So don't procrastinate about that. Don't procrastinate, right? Just don't do that, because you'll be deceiving yourself, and you'll be deceiving yourself really more when it comes to what you can do. Be a little bit more reasonable about time constraints or any constraints that you have, but understanding that you have to go forward with it regardless of constraints, right? It just means that your plan is altered a little bit, but you can do it. So be very practical, make the steps, take actionable steps, don't put it off, and make sure that you're spending the money in a way that presents and sets you up to be presentable in a way that is, yes, authentic, but definitely more in your power and more aligned with the environments that you want to be in, okay? So thank you very much for this reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Happy Sagittarius season, and I'll talk to you guys in the future. Bye.